everyone, I'm Michelle Talkington with Salt Lake Comic-Con. I am with Kevin Sorbo right now. You might know him as Hercules.
Or Captain Dylan Hunt from Andromeda.
Or Captain Dylan Hunt. Another good one.
That was 5 years of 14-hour days. I gotta
throw that one in there.
I mean, I don't want to just dismiss it.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to me today.
Thank you.
I have just a couple questions for you.
All right.
The first one that I always ask, what do you steal off set? What awesome thing do you have that you're hiding?
That I stole off set?
Yeah.
You know what? I never, I would always take stuff that they let me take. I would let them know ahead of time, I want this prop, I want that prop. I think one of the coolest props I got was actually from the first season of Hercules. It's this egg that you open up, and it's like a compass.
Nice.
And it's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. The people that worked in the props on Hercules went on to do the props on Lord of the Rings. So these guys are really good at their stuff. So that's probably one of the coolest things I have in my office. I have a little scale model of a creature I fought from the Weta Group, from Richard Taylor. That's in my office as well. And I have the head of one of the creatures from Andromeda that I had to fight, one of the aliens.
And they were just okay with you saying, I'm going to take this?
Well, I would ask. But, I was exec producer on Andromeda, so I had a little more power on that one. But, yeah, and I have every single script of every episode of Hercules and Andromeda.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have my original script with all my notes and this sucks, this seems horrible, or whatever, And then I have one signed by the cast, and then I have one that's just clean, which you can always make doubles of anyway, but with the original signatures and the original notes, those are mine.
So you've done a couple different mediums. You've done some voice acting, television, and film. Is there one that you like more than the other?
I like doing TV. It's a lot more. The hours are longer in hour television. You're always going to work 70, 80-hour weeks. But I like the structure of it. Certainly every day is different because you're doing different scenes. With movies, I like movies too, but sometimes, you shoot one day, one page, so there's a lot more waiting around. And the voiceover stuff, I enjoy too. I'm doing more and more of that. I just became the voice guy for American Express.
Oh, awesome.
Which is kind of cool. So, yeah, it's fun. But, I like the format of television.
Now, I hear you were on an episode of a ghost show where you were recounting an experience that you had shortly after college in Minnesota. True. Will you tell me about this?
Yeah.
I love ghosts.
When I finished college, I went down to Dallas, Texas. I joined a theater group in Dallas. And I was working on weekends as a bouncer at a club, just Fridays and Saturdays, but always till 3 or 4 in the morning. And because back then people could smoke in bars, I hated it. It would smell so bad. I just wanted to drive around for a while, my windows down and music, and just unwind from all the music and breaking up fights and everything. And it was called White Rock Lake, and I was driving with my girlfriend, and we're going, you're only going like 5 miles an hour. We're talking and winding down. And we saw this woman walking at us, dripping wet, with a wedding gown on. And she just looked very gray, very ashen. We probably got within 10 feet of her as I drove by, and she looked at me with a very sad smile on her face, turned her head back, and just kept walking. I looked at my girlfriend, I said, isn't that weird? Turned around, looked in, she was gone.
Wow.
Within
seconds.
We jumped out of the car and looked around. I had goosebumps. I was just crazy. And I got back to my apartment, and my roommate was still up. And I told him about it, and he looked at me and goes, you saw her. I said, what do you mean I saw her? He goes, that's the bride of White Rock Lake. And I went, what? And I had no...
There's a whole story.
And I wasn't drunk, and I wasn't, So I went out, you go online, the bride of White Rock Lake, all this stuff comes up on her. She drowned on her wedding day out in the lake.
Wow.
So I wasn't looking for her.
But she found you.
It was pretty amazing.
Is there a particular character or a type of role that you've always wanted to play that you haven't been able to play yet?
I would like to do a big romantic comedy in the vein of When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, nice.
I love that movie.
Can totally
I can be flipping channels. It can be almost done. I'll stop and still watch it. So I'm a big fan of Billy Crystal's, and I would love to do something like that.
And how are you enjoying Salt Lake Comic-Con so far?
It's good. It's good. It was busy yesterday. It was just crazy yesterday. I know they're expecting more people now, so I wanted to come early because, as you can see, I set up a lot of stuff.
You do have
so I got a little bit early to set up this time around. I actually even have more, but I got to slow down. It's too much.
And what's the best fan experience you've had here in Salt Lake so far?
It actually, I don't know if it's the best, but it was amazing. There's a woman who came last year with her daughter, her 20-year-old daughter, and her daughter was very sick. She just showed up just now. The daughter just passed away 6 months ago. She had cancer. And she said for her daughter to meet me was one of the greatest moments in her life. And to have that effect on somebody It was amazing, and you have no idea the power of the medium of televisions, how it can affect people in a positive or even a negative way. But it's nice to know that it affected people in a positive way.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for taking the time to talk to me today.
Anytime. Thank you.